What's up, lads and lasses? Very warm welcome back to the Magpies View. Today we have Fulham at home. Yes, can't wait for this one. Honestly, we're talking about this game. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to the Mags. Isaac getting a hat-trick. That's what I'm going to go for. Next segment, matchday munch. What's up, lads and lasses? I've just been in Firestone there. As you would have seen, that pizza was absolutely divine. If you've not already been before the match, you have to go to Firestone Artisan. Well, firstly, introduce yourselves.
I'm Dan.
Dan and
Jaden.
And thanks for the support, obviously supporting us with me channel and that. And what do you reckon the score will be today against Fulham?
I think it'll be 3-1.
3-1 and?
2-1.
2-1. First goal scorers, lads.
Has to be Alexander Isak.
Isaac, what about you?
Isak.
And are you worried about any potential Fulham players causing us a bit of an issue today?
Nah, not really.
That's fair enough, to be honest. You?
No, we're going to bat them.
Yes, love that. Cheers. Thanks for getting on.
Thanks.
You got to deal with
Otto.
And
Bluebell.
you?
Jojo. Matt.
Right, and what do you reckon the score will be today, first of all, against Newcastle?
I think 2-1 Fulham.
And
2-1 Fulham.
1-0.
1-0.
2-all.
Righty, and are you looking out for any players from Newcastle today? Who are you worried about?
Tonali. He's been good.
Tonali?
No comment.
Big Dan Burn.
Big Dan Burn.
Yeah, the whole lot.
The whole lot. And if there's to be a first goal scorer, who would it be?
Alex Iwobi.
And
Awobi.
Iwobi?
Jimenez if he doesn't get sent off.
What about you?
Yeah, I think Jimenez.
Righty, cheers for getting on, thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Go on the boys.
Cheers. Alright, so we're here today with a Fulham fan. Firstly, introduce yourself.
I'm Jay and I live in Darlow.
Darlow.
Yeah.
That's a bit closer at home, to be fair. Yep. Anyway, Newcastle are undefeated in their last 8 home games against Fulham. 5 wins and 3 draws. Is that a stat that sort of worries you a little bit?
No, you're doing okay, but I reckon when you come to our place earlier in the season, you thought you were going to turn us over, and you got a bit of a spanking.
We did, like, to be honest. Anyway, what do you reckon the score will be today?
Hopefully we'll win, but I've got a funny feeling of Desmond Tutu.
Yeah. First goal scorer?
It's going to be one of your boys, but I don't think it's going to be Isaac today.
Yeah.
So probably be Dan Burn, just to rub it
Burn.
in.
A few people have said that today, actually. So anyway, thanks very much for getting on.
No
Cheers.
worries,
Thank you. Cheers. All right. So we're here today with, what's your name?
Stephen.
And Stephen, I'm absolutely loving your outfit today. Similar to me, a bit like sort of trendy with it. You know what I mean? Anyway, what do you reckon the score will be today?
I think Fulham first goal and Newcastle 4-1.
Newcastle 4-1. Ooh, very ambitious. First goal scorer, are you going for?
For Newcastle, Isaac.
And Isaac scored 48 Premier League goals, making him Newcastle's second highest Premier League goal scorer, only behind Alan Shearer. Do you think he could possibly break Alan Shearer's record if he stayed on at Newcastle?
I think if he stays, it's highly likely that he will in the form that he's in at the minute. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Well, thanks for getting on. Thank you. Cheers. All right, so we're here today with George. Used to be my buddy at school, good friend of mine. Anyway, right, what do you reckon the score will be today against Fulham, George?
2-0 to us.
2-0 to us. First goal scorer? Isaac. Good fact about Isaac is he's got 48 goals in the Premier League. Newcastle's second highest Premier League goal scorer behind only Alan Shearer. Do you reckon if Isaac stays, he could possibly break Shearer's record?
Well, if Arsenal just mug off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love that. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, definitely can.
Aye. And anyway, Emile Smith-Rowe, that's who I've went for as a worry for me today. Who's your worrying Fulham player, if you have one?
Jimenez.
Thanks for getting on, thank you. And what do you reckon the score will be, Jaden and Will? Jaden first.
3-0.
3-0?
1-0.
1-0. And another thing I want to say is first goal scorer.
Tonali.
Osula, love that. Anyway, I thought you were going to say Isaac, or at least one of you would, because Isaac's got 48 Premier League goals, making him Newcastle's second highest Premier League goal scorer, only behind Shearer. And do you reckon Isaac will actually break Shearer's record if he stays on at Newcastle?
No chance.
No chance. What about you?
No, Haaland will.
Haaland will. Ooh, that's fair enough. Right. Okay, so we're here today. He's went mega viral on TikTok. Video over 1 million views, I'm pretty sure. He can name every Newcastle Premier League score, which is absolutely crazy. Show some love for him. I'll have him tagged in the video.
And 1892, all the way from
yeah.
Wales. 10-hour round trip today.
All the way
around.
from Wales.
Got a few quid in the bucket. Haven't
Yes.
lost any yet. Got John Beresford before as well. That was absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant. And anyway,
thank you.
I've got a question for you. Fulham, we're playing Fulham today. Since you can name all the Premier League Newcastle scores, I'm going to ask you, what's the most crazy score against Fulham in the Premier League?
Yeah, great question. I actually believe, and I'm sure a lot of people out there would agree, it was around October, November 2004.
Yeah.
Newcastle 1, Fulham 4. We had about 20 shots, 25 shots at their goal, and we only scored 1. They had like 4. It was like a Bellamy sort of goal right at the end, but the goalkeeper was Mark Crossley, and he saved absolutely everything. He saved one with his face. If you watch the highlights later, it's mad. But we absolutely battered them, yet they had 4 attacks basically and scored all 4. So,
Well,
yeah,
thanks very much for getting on.
that's all,
Cheers.
fella. Thanks.
All right, so we're here today with
Ruben,
and
Lucas.
Ruben and Lucas. Ruben first. What do you think the score will be today against Fulham at home?
3-1 Newcastle.
First goal scorer,
Alexander Isak.
Isaac. And what about you? First goal scorer and score prediction.
2-1 Isak. Scored
2-1.
first.
2-1, Isak scored first. You both said Isak first goal scorer there. And one thing I want to say, Isak's got 48 Premier League goals, making him Newcastle's second highest Premier League goal scorer. Do you think he'll break Shearer's goal scoring Premier League record for Newcastle, that is? Do you reckon he'll break it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if he keeps going the way he is, then definitely.
And if he stays, that's the main thing, hopefully. Right, yo, welcome to a new segment on the Magpies View. This is Matchday Facts. Newcastle are undefeated in their last 8 home games against Fulham, with won 5 and drew 3. In all competitions, Newcastle have played Fulham 52 times, Newcastle have won 20, Fulham 23, and we've had 9 draws in that fixture as well. Newcastle have won 7 of their last 8 games, scoring 22 in the process. They are second only behind league leaders Liverpool. And the final fact, the 5th one. These are players who have recently played for both clubs. Alexander Mitrovic, what a guy. Damien Duff, Lee Clark and Scott Parker. Some good players there, to be fair. He's on. That's the boys. What's up, lads and lasses? Very warm welcome back to the Magpies View. It is 1-0 to Newcastle, thanks to Jacob Murphy's pretty easy strike, to be fair, but he took it, he had to. A bit iffy about the way the game's going, but we'll take it. We'll take a win today. That's all we need to do today, is make sure we win. That half wasn't great, I'm not going to lie. We're dominant though, I do feel. Hopefully in the second half we're going to play a lot better. Come on. Let's get the elephant out the room. That was absolutely terrible. But onwards and upwards, we have to start talking about Wednesday night. A massive game for Newcastle. Let's get to Wembley and let's win a trophy. Put Newcastle back on the trophy map. But yeah, if you're still watching, thanks very much for watching to the end. We are so close to 1,600 subscribers. So if you could, please subscribe and like this video as well.